You're listening to the Ridge Journal Podcast with Josh Lloyd.
I know we've done this before, but do me a favor. Tell me your name and your position.
Shannon Wingate Jr, running back.
All right, Shannon. So this is my third interview with you. I hope you're comfortable with me now.
Yes, sir.
When you decided to make the transfer, what was going through your mind and how have you adapted since then?
There's a lot going through my mind because it was like starting a new life and things like that. But I feel like as I got here, I just felt a lot more love than I ever have. And then just even me thinking that no one would like me to just come into a even bigger brotherhood than anything I've ever had.
Last time we spoke, there's a lot on your mind. We were in the locker room at North. Season was over. And one thing that you really touched on was how the NIL works against you. And now we're into your senior season. And I don't know the ins and outs of what your recruitment looks like now, but where are you now on this? How do you feel about your chances of playing in college and just your progression into the next phase of your career?
I mean, like, obviously I got to keep balling, but, like, schools pick up dudes out of the portal every day. So it's like, I just got to be better than the dude that they pick up. So I got a few offers since the last time we talked, but it's still like I don't want to just settle for anything. I want to make sure I get as much as I can, things like that. And then,
well, you're certainly turning heads. I mean, NC Sports Page is putting you out as like the #1 running back in the state. We're seeing stuff like this, and so for no one to be paying attention would be blasphemy.
Yeah.
As you enter into each game, what's on your mind most? Are you thinking about yards per carry?
No, I'm just thinking about winning because my one goal for the season is to win a state championship. So I can really care less about how my performance is as long as we win.
How has Coach Byrne been as a leader for you in this transition period?
I mean, it's been good. Like, you can even ask him. I call him like my uncle because that's
he
just
acts
how
like
it
somebody's
is.
uncle, doesn't he?
Yeah, but acts like my uncle. Honestly, like a real big leader, like big role model. That's in my life right now.
I get a kick out of him. He's out there in flip-flops coaching.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the one thing, now that you've moved into more of a spread style offense, what's the one thing that's really helped you kind of like progress as an athlete?
I can see the entire field. Like, it's just so much more open. Yeah, the triple option gives you like the yards and stuff, but I feel like a better athlete being in a 2-point stance, being able to read D linemen, being able to read linebackers, like when we run inside zone, duo, things like that, counter, like just being able to read things like that. And then also getting receptions, that's a big thing. That's like a lot of people like to see. And then it's also helped my pass blocking because that was a struggle. So now I'm pretty good at it.
You seem much more level-headed and positive-minded as you play for the Blue Devils this season. Is there anything that's brought you to that point here this year, like outside of Coach Byrne? Has it been your family life? Has it been the transition to this community?
Probably that transition to the community. Like, I just had to mature so fast. Like, I had to be like a leader as soon as I walked in the building. So it's just like.
But in a lot of cases, athletes like you don't need to be a leader because in their mind, they're like, well, I'm coming into a new team. No one's going to expect me to be captain. I'm just going to play the best I can. But here you are, a first-year senior at Maiden High School, which is a very difficult team to play for in general, just to start for. And they named you captain. You were voted captain by your peers. How did that feel when that happened? Because you're clearly, I mean, you in a sense, you gave up your captain's role at North Lincoln to play for Maiden, and then they ended up giving you the captain's role anyways.
I mean, it feels good to see that people, like, respect me for me and not just because I'm a transfer. And it's not like I just got it handed to me. It's just, like, really real teammate respect, and that's something.
I don't know if you remember, but last year at the beginning of the season, I was like, you're the hype man, you know that? And you're like, I know.
Yeah.
But then, like, this year you come in, and I show up to the North game, and you were the hype man. You were still the same guy, and everybody was sort of like feeling that, and you're the last guy to come out the tunnel, and everybody's expecting you to be the last guy. It takes a certain type of person to be a leader, much like it takes a certain type of person to be a head coach. In many cases in the coaching range, you know, a lot of these coaches never end up being head coaches, even though that's like a statement for people. And, you know, a lot of players think I need to play and then become captain. But the truth is not everyone's a captain either.
Right.
And so true leaders are born. I don't think they're just sort of like, they don't just happen overnight. And so you come into this team, you become a leader. When do they look to you? When do you realize you need to speak up? Is there ever a moment in the game when you're like, because you're very positive, do they ever look to you for that positivity?
Yeah, especially like when we were down at halftime against Lincoln, AC Reynolds. I mean, yeah, we lost to AC Reynolds, but and then especially against North Lincoln, like, I mean, crunch time moments, they just really look up to me. And the other captains on the team, like, they all expect us to be the leaders. So we lead by example, so.
But what was going through your mind against North this year? I
mean, I knew we weren't going to lose because we just had to get right on defense. It was just something new for us. Teams like East Lincoln, Hickory, they go against a triple option every year, but it's our first time going against it, so.
Yeah, and North and Maiden didn't meet until this year for a long time.
Yeah, so.
I don't know if they've ever met outside of a scrimmage.
Yeah, they played a couple years ago.
Yeah. One thing I noticed in that game, this is week 3 too, so everybody's still pretty fresh.
Yeah.
Not a lot of injuries yet, you know, which we saw that's happened in North since that game. But right about here on the 25, 30-yard line, y'all made contact for the first time in the game. I remember it was really kinetic because you and I don't know who you met Dennis Bannister there, I think, and it might have even been Dan DeSena, but you hit 2 of the North Lincoln players pretty hard for a gain. You know, it wasn't a touchdown, but it was like a solid 5-yard, 7-yard gain. Were you really anticipating that moment when you like made first contact with North?
No, not really. I was just playing my game. I wasn't trying to make the game as bigger than what it needed to be.
Yeah, good.
So I was just playing.
Yeah. How has this transition been for your family? Like, what's being said around the dinner table? How are they affected by this? Because you're back at your dad's alma mater. You know, like, what's going on with that? How are they handling it?
I mean, they love it. I mean, my little brothers, they like playing for Maiden Little League.
Yeah.
My mom, she works, so it's not like it affects her. Like, it affects her, but it doesn't really like affect her bad. My sister, she graduated.
Yeah.
So it's just like it really is just me, my little brothers, and my dad. Like, they just like a change like that. And then we had like moving situations, like we had to get up and move real fast, stuff like that. That affect. But other than that, I mean, they love it.
That transition probably was a little difficult at first. That was all during the spring season, during baseball season. Mm-hmm. Pretty much, you just made the move. You got back up here.
Actually, during basketball in February.
Yeah. And, you know, a lot of people were critical of you for making that decision, but it's clear and present to me. And what is it? It is the 14th of October that was the best decision you could have ever made for your football career.
Yeah.
Looking back, where do you think you'd be had you decided to stay at North Lincoln?
I mean, now I'd probably have 1,000 yards.
Yeah.
But I'm not playing, like I said, I'm not playing for me. I'm playing for a team, so.
Yeah. They'd be using you a lot.
Yeah.
Are you shopping yourself around on the weekends? Is this a constant thing, or is this something that you're waiting for them to come to you?
I go on visits almost every single weekend.
Yeah.
So they invite me, I go check it out.
What culture do you hope is attracted to you? Like when you get into a new ball team down the road, are you looking for a spread team? Are you looking for a veer team? Do you have an option?
I mean, I'm just looking for wherever I want to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I mean, I don't got to play as soon as I get in, like, not as a freshman, but
yeah,
this just shows me the most love. But, I mean, I don't necessarily want to go play triple option football in college.
Yeah.
Because if I want to do that, I would have just stayed at North Lincoln. But I just want to go wherever I'll play.
We're coming up on the second half of the season, the second season, if you will, and Maiden has a very good chance to go the distance this year.
Yes,
You're
sir.
currently ranked 3rd in the 4A. Big opponents are going to be Reedsville, and then who's the
Brevard's number 1.
Brevard's number 1. Brevard is always tough.
Yep.
And that's a testament to the culture that they have there. When you look into the the second half of this season, what's going to be the most challenging thing for your team as you step into the playoffs?
Just making sure everyone's 100. Because, Breesville and Brevard, they're also 4A, but they got a lot of football players.
Mm-hmm.
We got maybe 33 kids. And then most of the kids, our DBs, they all play receiver and corner or safety.
Well, you're the biggest little football town in America.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, we should be good until, if someone gets hurt, then we got to do a lot of string pulling.
You stepped into a football culture that has a few rivalries. You're playing Bandy's this weekend. Bandy's is a rival for not only Maiden, but a Newton Conover rival. But in week 10, you meet Newton Conover, and this isn't just a regular game because not only are you meeting Newton Conover, which is one of Maiden's great opponents, even though Maiden has dominated them for the last decade, but you're also going back up against your old coach and his son in this game, and so this brings this rivalry home a little bit for you, even though outside of that, you really have no dog in the fight. Outside of it's another game to play.
All right.
What is it like for you to know that Coach Basil's going to be in that box coaching against you?
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah, because he was obviously coaching for me. But
yeah.
Other than that, I don't think we should struggle too bad with them.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
The thing about the Red Devils this year is they're getting better.
Yeah.
And they've got their hype man. I'm hyping them up with videos and clips, and they're getting the same attention y'all got last year at North, and that helps. But one thing that's really come along for the Red Devils this season is they believe in themselves again. And there's this weird spark there that's coming, and I believe it's there because Nick is there. And it's almost like God's in the room. That's how it feels when he's there. There's this warm comfort knowing that he's there caring for the program again. And, he led the Red Devils to a state championship, and they were very competitive, deep seed playoff runs all the way to 2012 when he left. And then they went into that spiral, just like all the other teams do. And the administrators at Newton Conover now know that they made a mistake, and they're bringing back the old cloth, and they hired his son, Matt Wilson, to take the role of head coach. And they're going to turn around, and in the next 3 to 5 years, Newton Conover is going to be very respected again.
Yep.
Stepping into that game, playing them at home at Newton Conover. I don't know how many games you've played at Newton, but
I've never played Newton in my life.
It's an interesting place to play football. You're going to be in this Red Devil versus Blue Devil moment. Do you have anything to say to Coach Basil as you step into this game?
I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, that's fine. I know he's going to have a hard time coaching against you. He doesn't like coaching against his former players or his son or anything like that. He really, he loves you guys, and it's hard for him to see himself on the other side of the ball from people. And so this is going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah.
I asked the Red Devils yesterday if they had anything to say to you, and they did. They were very respectable, but they said you better come ready to play. Basically, is the synopsis of what they said. Have you been watching the Red Devils at all online? Have you seen any of their highlights?
I got a couple of friends over there, like Jeremiah.
Okay, I heard you mention him earlier today. Is that a thing?
Yeah, that's one of my friends.
All right.
And then Naeem's one of my friends. I just see their clips.
Yeah.
And I saw a little bit of the Bandy's game.
Yeah.
Because KB got a gold helmet, so
yes,
I wanted to see what he was doing.
I
actually played football with KB when I was little. And
is
Jeremiah.
That Caleb?
Yeah.
Those guys, they respect you. They respect the Maiden program, but they're ready to change things. They're ready to see a transition where Newton Conover's on top again. When you step in there, I'm asking this question twice pretty much, but what are you going to do to keep them out of the number 1 seed coming out of our conference? How are you going to keep yourself on top so that you have the bye week and not them?
Who, Newton?
Yeah. Because they're currently undefeated in the conference. You're undefeated in the conference.
No, we're not.
Well, in the conference, the 4A part.
I guess.
You can't count Hickory and East. You can't.
Yeah.
Y'all both have 2 losses to Hickory and to East.
No, we ain't played East yet.
Oh, you haven't? Oh, okay.
We play them next week, senior night.
Okay, well, maybe you'll win.
Yeah,
and then
hopefully.
you'll definitely have the number 1 then, won't you?
Yeah. I mean, we just play our game. I mean, obviously they have a big rivalry with Newton and stuff like that, but I'm just gonna play the same game I've been playing all season.
Yeah. Are you involved with Fellowship for Christian Athletes here?
No, sir.
No? Okay. Do they do it here?
I mean, maybe I don't really know too much about
I
it.
know that North Lincoln had a lot of that going on last
Yeah.
year. How are you taking that into your football today?
Like, I mean, my family is a big Christian, like, stuff like that. I mean, I wake up, pray, before I eat, pray, stuff like that. I mean, making sure before I play, pray.
When you pray, what do you ask for? What do you wish?
Pray for safety.
Yeah. You worry about getting hurt?
I mean, I don't worry about it, but like, I mean, it'll happen because it's football, but I just don't.
I almost think it's fate.
What? Getting
Injury.
hurt, injured? Yeah.
I think that's God's way of slowing you down or something and protecting you from something else.
Yeah.
You haven't had many injuries this year, have you?
I haven't had any. I mean, I had a couple of back pains.
Yeah, well, the soreness, for sure.
Yeah. And then the bye week last week, I had an Achilles problem. But other than that, I'm straight.
Yeah.
Last time I got hurt, the sophomore year, my ankle, I had a high ankle sprain.
Well, I don't have much else. I'm not going to hang you on for too long. Is there anything you'd like to say to the community watching? Is there anything you'd like to say to the outward group of people who are following you and keeping up with you? Because there's a lot of people who are pulling for you. People at North Lincoln are pulling for you. People at Maiden are pulling for you. People at Newton Conover are even pulling for you. You know, do you have anything to say to them?
Just thank you for everything, pulling for me, showing the love, support. And my goal every day is to not let you people down, and I'm going to keep standing on that.
All right, man. Well, thank you for talking.
Yes, sir.
I really appreciate it.